everyone, the Chang here with a quick review on some speed loaders. I've been carrying my Smith Wesson model 638, little 38 special snub nose revolver here, in the process of testing the Craft holsters, leather holster in waistband. I do have an initial review video on that. The link will be in the description. But since I'm carrying the revolver, it's a 5-shot revolver. I always want to carry some reloads. And best way to do that is with some speed loaders. So we have 3 different speed loader options here I want to talk to you about. We see, of course, here that I have snap caps loaded inside the revolver. We're actually going to dump those out right now. And we'll talk about these. So I have a speed loader from HKS. And they are the pretty much standard speed loader that you can find kind of everywhere here. This is the model 36-A. Here's the packaging. And it is meant for a bunch of different Smith & Wesson models, kind of universal. And this is the typical twist top version of a speed loader. Then we have here the Safariland, and here's the packaging. I'm keeping this here, and it's the J-C7, and this is this model here, and it's actually a push speed loader, so it's not a twist top. The only time, and you see the little nub in here, that twists when you actually load the speed loader, so we'll show you that in a second. And then the last one that I have here is the Speedbeez model for the 638, and it comes in a plastic bag. It's actually a Ziploc type bag. It's sealed up. Pretty cool stuff. And this is a push button speed loader. So let's take a look at the standard here, the one that you can find pretty much everywhere, and it's probably the cheapest one you can get, and it's the HKS model version. So when I'm going to go load my speed loader, with my speed loader, I'm going to load my revolver. I'm supposed to hold the speed loader like this and actually use my fingers as a guide around the cylinder. Now, with the 638, with these grips, I don't know if you can see that real well. Change lighting here, but the body of the speed loader is actually working up against the grips, and these grips are stock grips from Smith & Wesson. So you're going to notice that it doesn't really line up exactly straight. It's a slight angle to it, so it makes it a little difficult to remove. If you are going to use a 638 with any of these speed loaders, I would recommend either shaving that part of the grip down a little bit or looking at a different set of grip panels. They're just basically rubber to put on there that doesn't interfere with this. So with the HKS model, again, I'm doing this with my hand. I'm using my fingers as a guide around the cylinder, kind of seating it. I'm twisting, removing the speed loader, getting rid of it, closing up my cylinder, and I can be ready to go right away. It does require a little bit of twisting motion, so we'll have some folks will have the argument that in the stress of a gunfight, you're already stressing to actually get that speed loader out, get the cylinder open, get the speed loader and the rounds lined up correctly, and then pushed in, and then you have to use these fingers to actually twist that knob. So kind of a disadvantage there, but biggest thing for the HKS is price point. Not expensive at all. Then we get to the Safariland, and with the Safariland, again, we're going to use the same method. We're going to be holding our hand like this. We're going to index against the cylinder and push the rounds in. Now, the way these release, you notice how this knob is really small, so you really wouldn't be using the knob for releasing. You're actually pressing the body of the speed loader till you get that click, and then you're going to release this. Now, you notice the speed loader didn't really just fall away, and that is because it got caught up on this particular part of the grip. And again, if you're going to be using one of these for daily carry and you have some speed loaders that you're going to use, you're going to want to test these to make sure they don't get hung up here. Now, you notice how I said this isn't really for releasing your rounds out of the speed loader. With the Safariland, this takes a little bit of getting used to because it's different than the HKS. When you want to load your rounds, you're going to want to push and twist until this stays downward, and that'll lock the cartridges in place. With an HKS, you're going to put in your cartridges and you're going to basically twist counterclockwise until they lock into place. All right, there's a little nubbin in there that actually locks them into place. You can see me releasing them. All right. And then last but not least is the Speedbeez. This is the one that I prefer. However, this is also the most expensive. With these two, they were, depending on where you buy them, they were less than $20. Speedbeez, they're hard to find in third-party retailers. You have to, most of the time you're just buying them directly from Speedbeez, and they're $35 to $37 a piece. So a little bit harder. I mean, you could, depending on where you get your HKSs, you can actually get, one of these for like $9. So $9 versus 30-something dollars. A lot of folks just go with the HKS. But if I'm talking about working in a stress situation where I do need to load that revolver as quickly as possible, I'm still going to come out of my speeder loader holder like this. I'll have the speed loader indexed like this. Again, fingers indexing around the cylinder to help me line up the rounds. And then as I push, I'm just going to unload this into the chambers. I'm just going to index the fingers and push. Then I'm ready to go. So in terms of ease of use, much easier to use. It is footprint wise, sorry. It is much bigger, it's much taller. And this is how you actually eject out the cartridges so they go right into the chambers. And then also loading these, really easy as well. So I'm gonna load my cartridges in here, and all I need to do to get these to seat is just to push in. They'll click in. That little spring there holds them in place, and there you go. So there's my little mini review on the 3 common types of speed loaders that are available out there. You have the twist type, the HKS. There's a bunch of different manufacturers that actually make this twist type of speed loader. Some of them have pure aluminum bodies, so they look really cool. A little more durable than the plastic ones from HKS. They're a little bit more expensive as well. Then you have the Safariland J-C7 type, where it's actually a speed loader body press in to actually get them to release the cartridges. And then you're going to have my preferred type, which is the Speedbeez, which uses a plunger type release mechanism that allows you their very natural motion to insert the cartridges into the chambers. Continue your insertion. Those will go ahead and release the speed loader, and you can go ahead and get back on your gun. So there you go. Hopefully you all found this useful. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. We'd also love to see you subscribe to us on other social media platforms like Facebook, where we do weekly training tips, and on Instagram, where every once in a while we post a picture. We'd also love to have you subscribe to the channel. We do try to put out videos on a regular basis, usually on a weekly basis. Please click that bell notification icon so you can be informed of whenever we post new videos. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, stay safe, and we'll see you out on the range.